This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for May 29, 2023. And in the news this evening, man shot dead after challenging gunman at Manchester bar. Police are probing the murder of a man at a bar in Old England, Manchester on Sunday night. Police named the deceased as 45-year-old Dennis Barrett, otherwise called the Bully, a painter of Brookenhurst district in Old England. A police report said about 11 p.m., Barrett was having a drink when gunmen entered and pointed a firearm at the bartender. Barrett reportedly intervened and a tussle ensued with one of the gunmen. The police said the bartender ran from the building and heard loud explosions. Barrett sustained multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Statistics from the police up to April 30 show that 20 murders were recorded in Manchester when compared to 15 for the corresponding period last year. Man who was on the run for Linstead murder arrested. A man who was on the run for almost 3 years in relation to a fatal stabbing in Linstead, St. Catherine, has been apprehended by the police. The police say he was arrested during an operation on the outskirts of the rural township on Sunday. He is to face questioning in the presence of his attorney. The police say he was being sought in connection with the stabbing death of Dwight Thompson of Linstead, St. Catherine on November 11, 2020. It is reported that the men were on 4th Street in Linstead when a dispute developed between them. The suspect allegedly used a knife to stab Thompson, who later died from his injuries. Several injured following 4-vehicle collision in Prairie. Several people have been injured following a 4-vehicle collision at the stoplight in Prairie, St. Anne. The news understands that the incident happened sometime after midday. Motorists traveling in that direction should expect traffic delays. Mobe bread vendor succumbs to gunshot injuries. Detectives in Montego Bay, St. James have confirmed that a bread vendor who was shot by gunmen in the town on Saturday night has succumbed to his injuries. He has been identified as 27-year-old Romario Anderson, otherwise called Ryan, of Vernon's Drive in Montego Bay. About 9:30 p.m., Anderson was reportedly at a location where he sells bread along Market Street when a lone gunman approached him and opened fire, hitting him multiple times. The gunman made his escape on foot. Anderson was rushed to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was admitted in critical condition. He died on Sunday morning. Panton alleges SSL founder made offer for fraud confession. Jean Ann Panton, the only person charged in the alleged $3 billion fraud at the Stocks and Securities Limited, claims she confessed because of an alleged offer from her former boss and the company's founder Hugh Croskery. The former client relationship manager made the claim in her defense in a lawsuit brought against her and the 9 others by Jean Ford, an investor. Croskery is the 3rd defendant. In trepidation, the 2nd defendant, Panton, says that the background of the alleged confession was premised on an offer made by the 3rd defendant, Croskery, on behalf of the 1st defendant, SSL. The said offer was an inducement and the statement would have been made otherwise, she said in the document filed in the Supreme Court on May 25. She continued, the 2nd defendant, Panton, therefore puts the claimant to strictly prove the validity of the alleged confession statement and allegations according to law. Croskery's attorney, King's Counsel Peter Champagny, said Panton's latest allegation does not accord with my instructions from Croskery. I would not want to venture into a discourse concerning what it is that Panton is alleged to have said. Her matter is best before the court, and it is best dealt with in the court, he told the news on Monday. According to the signed confession statement, dated January 7, 2023, Panton admitted that she used the various mechanisms to take money from clients and that she created false statements to provide to the clients reflecting what they have in their accounts and not the sum actually had in their accounts. She added that she stole the money over the course of several years. The statement, which was made to the SSL as part of an internal investigation, named 39 clients whose accounts had a total value of almost $3 billion. Panton said she took approximately 20% from the amounts stated for each account, in addition to a further $109 million. An account in the name of Wellgen Limited, a holding company owned by sports great Usain Bolt, was not mentioned on the list, and the SSL said in a subsequent statement that it was unaware that the portfolio was affected. "I feel remorse for my actions," Panton said in the statement that bears a seal and a signature from a justice of the peace. A note at the end of the statement said, "I gave the above statement voluntarily and of my own free will, and I am of sound mind. I confirm that I obtained legal advice before swearing to this statement, and the said statement was given in the presence of my attorney at law." Bolt's account value plummeted from $2 billion or US $12.7 million in October 2022 to Jamaican $1.8 million or US $12,000 in January when he checked following an alert from Panton, his legal team has said. Panton, who worked at SSL for over 25 years until she was dismissed in January, was charged in February. That's just over a month after SSL reported the fraud to the Regulator Financial Services Commission on January 10. On January 17, the FSC took temporary management of the company, which is involved in a court battle with the regulator over the appointment of a trustee. Ford, an 80-year-old woman, is suing SSL and the other defendants, alleging she was defrauded of US $830,000. Wellgen has also sued SSL. Both matters, which are being heard together, are scheduled to be mentioned in the Supreme Court on Wednesday. Last week, the Chief Technical Director and Head of the Financial Investigations Division, Selvin Hay, said the investigation into the case is progressing. In a Supreme Court filing on March 10, the FSC declared that SSL was insolvent, saying that the company did not have enough money to pay its debts. The regulator has also sought the court's permission to present a petition under the Companies Act for the winding up or liquidating of SSL, leave to appoint Tomlinson as trustee, and the confirmation of full and exclusive powers of management of SSL vested in the FSC, effective January 17. Man pleads guilty to robbing entertainer Kiprich's apartment. 21-year-old Kemar Jones, who was accused of stealing money and jewelry from entertainer Marlon Kiprich Plunkett's home, pleaded guilty on Monday to housebreaking and larceny. He is to be sentenced on July 12 in the St. Catherine Parish Court. When Jones appeared before Parish Court Judge Natalie Creary Dixon on Monday, he was remanded for a social inquiry report to be conducted. The court was told that about 10:45 a.m. on March 11, the entertainer's home in Portmore, St. Catherine, was broken into by Jones. A Rolex watch valued at US $15,000, a gold chain valued at US $12,000, and the sunglasses valued at US $450, along with US $15,000 and a Canadian $300 in cash were stolen. The accused was subsequently held after some of the stolen items were recovered in downtown Kingston. He is being represented by attorney at law Kamisha Harrison. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.